255, located over Crossroads or near Dallas, where that rotation is located right now. All right, so this is Crossroads right here. All right, where you're seeing that right now along 381, Seven Hills Boulevard, Crowville here, Victoria Heights Drive, Due West Road, Mars Hill is right over here. So this is the Paulding County right here. That's the line going into Cobb County. We see this rotation near Crossroads, north of Dallas right now, where we have the rotation, and that's going to be moving into the western parts of Cobb County in just a few minutes. This is radar indicated rotation with this storm. And this storm, as we have been telling you, as we've been tracking this same supercell, it produced a tornado warning on the Mississippi-Alabama line, another tornado warning north of Birmingham, where we have reports of extensive damage in the Fultondale area north of Birmingham from a tornado there. This moved into Cleburne County, Alabama, with a tornado warning there, crossed over the line into Georgia, weakened just a little bit, but now this has tightened up with that rotation within the same supercell thunderstorm, and it's right there around Crossroads where we're seeing this, and it looks like that has tightened up a little bit more just with these last scans that are moving through. At Seven Hills Connector, 381 Crossroads, Burnt Hickory Road. This is about to cross over here into Cobb County at the County Line Road Northwest, and also getting closer to Mars Hill in western parts of Cobb County. So if you live in those areas or in this red polygon from Paulding County here into the northern parts of Cobb County, also we have the southern parts of Cherokee County. So we have Bartow, Cherokee, and Cobb and Paulding all included in this warning. Cherokee, Cobb, and Paulding are included in this warning here for that rotation that's about to cross over into those areas of North Cobb. So in Kennesaw, even in Marietta, you are in this warning right now in that red polygon. If you're in those spots, you need to be in a tornado-safe position. The lowest floor of your home. If you have a basement, the basement is the best place to be. If you do not have a basement, the lowest floor of your home in the centermost part of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This is showing from the National Weather Service, showing a stronger and a tighter rotation as it's moving out of Paulding County and into Cobb County. I'm going to put a track on this. It's moving east at 45 miles an hour. Let me put a track on this right now. It is in the eastern parts of Paulding, moving east at 45. So if this holds together, these are the areas where it would be going and the time of arrival that you can see for those right now. At 2:30 a.m., this would be into Kennesaw if it holds together from what we're seeing around 2:30 in the morning. Right now we're at 2:20. This warning is going to be in effect until 2:45, where we're seeing some of this tighter rotation right there in Paulding County, and that's moving over toward the east at about 45 miles an hour. Kennesaw at 2:30 would be in the time of arrival box there. Blackwell's at 2:38. Chattahoochee Plantation at 2:47. Now that would be right on the Fulton and Cobb County line. Now from here over where you're seeing Chattahoochee Plantation, Roswell, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, you are not in the warning right now, but I'm just alerting you that if this storm holds together and goes outside of that warning polygon, it would be in Alpharetta at 2:55, Johns Creek at 3:02. What I want you to do right now, this is always really difficult for people in a situation where they're trying to sleep. And if you know anybody in this polygon right now, I want you to alert them, let them know in Northwest Georgia or northwestern metro counties that there is a tornado warning in effect. All right, well, they just canceled the tornado warning for Cherokee and Paulding, but Cobb is still in it, all right? So we still have Cobb in this. Cherokee and Paulding, you are no longer in it, all right? It was really just a southern little bit of Cherokee. So they've taken Cherokee out, they've taken Paulding out. The center of this circulation right now and this rotation is crossing over the line into Cobb. So right now, the warning is in effect for Cobb County, and it will be in effect until 2:45 this morning for North Cobb. As I was mentioning just a few moments ago, if you have friends in this red polygon that they live in North Cobb. Now they've taken Marietta just a minute ago, was in the polygon. It's not in it right now. It does include Kennesaw, and I'll get it a little bit tighter so you can see some of these counties and see some of these cities within here. Mars Hill, Kennesaw, also over toward Canton Road, Blackwells, over toward Trickham Road. Here's Noonday. You are also included in this. It might be worth a call if you're watching us right now and you have friends who live in that polygon to let them know North Cobb is in a tornado warning right now. We are seeing the rotation within this storm tightening up a little bit more. This is the part that we're watching right over here that is now moving out of these counties here in Paulding County. This rotation now is moving from Crossroads now over into Cobb County. If you're in Ackworth, Mars Hill, Davis Crossroads, I want you to definitely be in your tornado safe position right now. Kennesaw, I want you to be watching this and most likely be moving into your tornado safe position because this is moving very quickly at 45 miles an hour. Here is Marietta right here. As of right now, Marietta is not included in this red polygon or in that specific warning, but you're just outside of that. I want you to be watching us for a while to keep an eye on this just to make sure that it does stay up to your north and it doesn't grow or doesn't expand anymore. So here's the circulation coming out of Crossroads. This is around Highway 381 there near the county line. All right, between Paulding and Cobb County, where we're watching this rotation right now, near Highway 176, near Highway 41, as that leads over toward Kennesaw, Hickory Grove Road. You are in this warning as well if you're in those areas. Here's 75 north coming out of Marietta. Going to the north, there's the split at 575. That split is in that tornado warned area. 75 goes up north here, up toward Allatoona Lake into parts of Cherokee County and on up to the north into Bartow. But this is where we have that warning now that includes Cobb County. Paulding County has been taken out. Cherokee County has been taken out of the warning. It now includes Paulding County until 2:45 this morning, and there's that rotation that we're watching with the storm. I'm going to widen out just a little bit more to give you guys perspective as to what we're watching and where this is in relation to the Metro Atlanta area. And it is in Metro Atlanta there in North Cobb. But here's how it relates to us in Atlanta. There's 285 right here. And then this is the storm that we're watching. Here's I-20. This is north of I-20, near I-75, as we continue to move up toward the north there, watching the storm move through. I'm going to change our tower cam. Oh, Chesley, I'm sorry. I took control from Chesley. Chesley's here with me. We're both monitoring this right now. Let me go to Weather Vision. I'm going to put up our Circle 75. Okay, good. Chesley's telling me he's monitoring what's happening over on the National Weather Service. Original rotation has weakened, but we're watching another little area near Kennesaw where we're seeing maybe a new area of rotation developing right there. So the original area has weakened somewhat. Yeah, right there, if y'all can see that here. The original area has weakened somewhat, but we're watching what they're calling a comma head. That is developing near Kennesaw. So this could be another little area of rotation that we're watching right here. So it's all in this area of West Cobb along Highway 176 between Ackworth and Kennesaw. There's Highway 120 right here. This is north of 120, south of 92. Here's Woodstock right here. Again, Cherokee County is not included in this, but this is what we're watching, where we keep seeing within this supercell thunderstorm areas of rotation tightening up, and then they get broader and they weaken, and then they tighten up again, and then there might be other little areas of rotation that develop around that too. So we were watching it weaken somewhat in West Cobb, but they're still holding on to this warning as we're watching another little part near Kennesaw that is showing signs of developing here as well over the northern parts of Cobb County. We also have within that, there are two warnings that we're watching, and this will kind of show this a little bit better. This red polygon right here is focusing just on that rotation where we have the tornado warning. But then you see the yellow polygon, which goes into, still back into areas of Paulding County, much of Cobb, also into Cherokee County. It cuts off right at North Fulton. But this is where we have a severe thunderstorm warning. You're also experiencing rain, 40 to 50 plus mile an hour winds, and in the thunderstorm warning you may even have some 60 mile an hour winds with that too. That is also moving over toward the east. So many of you, even though you may not be in that tornado warning, many of you are still experiencing some of that heavy rain and the thunder and lightning that's moving through with this cell. In fact, I'm going to do a quick lightning count on this right now, and this will show you for those areas of West Georgia, the North Metro. We've got about 69 lightning strikes just in this red box. There's more lightning back into Alabama that's going to keep feeding in with these storms continuing through the overnight hours. So there's a look there at what we're watching with those storms and how they're related to us here in Atlanta. This is just on the north side. There's that tornado warning still in effect for northern Cobb County as that original rotation with that as it was coming out of Paulding has shown some signs of weakening slightly, but we're watching other areas where we can see some new rotation developing near that too. So all of North Cobb, north of Marietta, Highway 41 near Kennesaw, and it cuts off right here at the North Fulton line for now. If this rotation holds together, then North Fulton may be included in this tornado warning if that rotation holds together as it continues to move on over to the east. As we mentioned, it's going at about 45 miles an hour. So here is a look, and again, even though Cherokee County is not in the tornado warned part, but just south of Canton, this is still some really heavy rain, a lot of lightning in southern Cherokee County with the storms. This is the part right here near Kennesaw where we are watching that potential rotation, and that is what has prompted the severe, actually the tornado warning for those areas. Let's get in a little bit tighter here. So this is the suspect area right here. Here's Kennesaw. This is just now to the west of Kennesaw, not too far off from Stilesboro Road. That circulation pretty much watching right here, and this is moving over toward the east. Kennesaw would be next in line for this rotation if that holds together and doesn't weaken anymore. This is I-75. This is just west of I-75, moving through Kennesaw right now. Right now it is a Doppler radar indicated tornado with that rotation. We do not have any confirmation of any damage right now or of any visual sighting of this. Of course, it's nighttime. It's hard to see these storms. To actually see a funnel, it's also pretty rain wrapped as well, so it would be hard to visually see that. But our Doppler radar is indicating that rotation within this storm, and that is what has prompted the tornado warning. As we mentioned, this storm, this supercell storm, has a history of producing tornadoes back into Alabama, where we had storms that did produce damage back into Alabama there as well. I'm trying to see if we have a new update here. There we go. All right, so they just canceled that tornado warning for Cobb County. That is good news. We talked earlier about how that original rotation that had prompted this warning weakened a little bit. They were watching another little area that could be developing. However, they're now thinking that it has weakened and there's no longer a need for a tornado warning, but we still have the severe thunderstorm warning remaining in effect until 2:45. All right, so the tornado warning just canceled for North Cobb. I don't want you to let your guard totally down. Even though that warning has been canceled, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the rest of Paulding, North Cobb, Cherokee County, southern parts of Bartow County, with these storms that are moving through 50+ mile an hour winds, maybe even some spots up to 60 mile an hour winds, with that storm moving to the east at about 45 miles an hour. I want to put another track on this. We'll take you back to your programming in just a second. I just want to have a good comfort level before I end our coverage here that we are seeing that weekend, and they won't issue a new one right when I go off the air. Here we go. This is the area of the severe thunderstorm warning that we're watching right now. No longer a tornado warning. The worst part of that is right here over northern Cobb County, right there near the Cherokee County line. All that is moving toward Roswell. If it holds together, North Fulton, you don't have a severe thunderstorm warning, you don't have a tornado warning, but I wouldn't be surprised if at least the severe thunderstorm warning is extended into North Fulton. That would take it into Roswell at 2:45. Excuse me, if that holds together, into Alpharetta at 2:50, and then potentially into Lawrenceville around 3:14. If that cell holds together, moving across North Fulton and into Gwinnett County. So far, the trends are showing that this should weaken as it moves to the east, and we hope that those trends will continue. We're seeing the cooler air with this. Let me show you something interesting, because I want to show you what we're watching here, as I know you guys are wanting to go to bed. But this is kind of important to show with the what's happening in our atmosphere. You have the cooler air. Our temperature has actually gone up. Our high on Monday in the afternoon was 65. Then it went up to 66, 67 during the evening. Right now we're 68 here. So this is really warm air. We had a pool of cooler air that's now being replaced by warmer air that's moving up to the north. We hope that since that is just recent cooling, or since it was recently cool and it's just now beginning to warm, that might be a little more stable up in northeast Georgia. And we're hoping that is going to hopefully trigger these storms to weaken somewhat. But a lot of times when you have that convergence between that slightly cooler air and the warm air, some of those can still hold together. So here's again is what we're watching. I'm going to take you back to regularly scheduled programming here in just a second. The tornado warning is now canceled for North Cobb. And we still have, though, a severe thunderstorm warning for North Cobb, also Paulding, southern Bartow, southern Cherokee County, with this cluster of storms right here with very heavy rain, intense lightning moving through, and some strong winds. So we're going to, Chesley and I are here. We're going to keep monitoring this for you as it moves over to the east. We're specifically watching for you in North Fulton County, central Fulton County, the rest of Cherokee County, moving into Forsyth County, potentially Gwinnett County in a little while. We're going to keep watching what happens with this cell as it moves over toward the east through North Fulton and eventually over into parts of southern Forsyth and into Gwinnett County. The trend with this has been that it will show some rotation, it'll weaken a little bit, and then that rotation could tighten up again. We are hoping that cycle is going to be diminishing, as this should be moving into an environment where these storms will begin to weaken a little bit. So that is our hope, but Chesley and I are going to keep watching that for you. We will break in if another tornado warning is issued. As of right now, we're going to keep the crawl rolling at the bottom of your screen for the severe thunderstorm warning. If a new tornado warning is issued, we'll have that for you. Meanwhile, you can download